Hello, and welcome to today's video about making two-dimensional turtle with Unity. This is two-dimensional turtle part 5. It's the 5th video in my ongoing series, so if you haven't started watching, make sure to go back and look at the previous videos. This one deals specifically with using a trail render. So you get to see me figuring out how to use a trail render and getting extremely frustrated. Thank you. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah. So here's the Unity project which I have been working on. I'll go ahead and open the 2D turtle script, but first you'll need to know how to create a trail render. So what you do is you go down to add component. I'm not going to do it because I already have one, but you'll go and there'll just be a long list with these bars you can open. You just go to the search bar and type in trail, and trail render should pop up. You just add that component. And then there's many different things you can do with the trail render, as you can see from this list. A lot of it I don't really get into, but just know that if you have settings like this, or basically the default it comes, if you start moving your object that it's attached to now, it'll start leaving a trail behind it. But then we want this to be scriptable. So we have to go to the 2D turtle script, just the turtle script, the one attached to the turtle object, to get the trail renderer set up. So I open the script and you see, don't mind this bit of code right here. This is just some code that we'll look at later. So I have a private trail render that I just put right here, so that way anything in the turtle script can access it. So there's a setup function which happens at the beginning of the start function. What you do is you type this code, which is here, and I'll also post it on the GitHub. And all this code does various things. This first line just tells the basically assigns the trail render to that variable we created up here, so that way it knows what we're talking about. And then you do this bit of code right here. Now this code is very important. I didn't know to do this when I was researching at first, so I got quite a bit of other stuff set up and was wondering, why isn't my trail renderer working? Why do I keep on getting an error message every time I try to compile? This is why. If you don't have this material right here, then basically none of the other stuff will work, and it's very annoying, and it took me about a week to figure out. So if you don't learn anything else from this video, learn if you are using a trail render, get a material, otherwise anything you try to do with the trail render won't work. Then you just tell it your start color and your end color. These lines of code right here are just, I used it for testing. You don't actually need to put those. You just have your start color, your end color, and you're also able to use a color gradient, which would change the color along the way. I haven't started messing with that yet because I'm going to try to make the turtle animated first before I start messing around with getting into the nitty-gritty of the trail renderer in case it changes what I need to do with the trail renderer. So then you have your start width and your end width. There's also width curve, same thing with the color. I'll get into that later, but I'm first going to work on animations, which will probably be the next video. You have start width, end width, and then you have the trail renderer.time. Now that is how long the trail renderer stays on the screen. If you set it to infinity, the trail renderer will stay on there for as long as you want. If you set it to 0, the trail renderer will disappear. The time, it's not related to a certain point as far as I figured out. I could be wrong, but whenever I go into a function and change the time, it wouldn't just change the time from that point on, it changed the time throughout the entirety of the program. So whenever the trail renderer would go to render, there would just be no trail at all. But since I don't have any animations and this is all happening, the computer's doing all of this without drawing, it might change once you add in animations. So there's the time, and then yeah, that's it for the trail render. So then whenever you go and draw, here's one of the spots where I messed up. So I started drawing and I told it, go forward. I'd had it go forward and then 10, and then I had it go left and then forward 10. And I had it do that, and I expected a square, or, the bottom half of a square. So a line this way, and then a line up. But what happened was I just got a diagonal line. And I was confused until I realized whenever I get to a new position, I have to tell the trail that it's a new position. So it follows the turtle, but from start to end. I don't know if that's an animation thing, or if you just have to do that, if that's something that automatically gets done when you animate it, or if that's something that I have to change for even if you are animating it, you have to tell it when to add a position. So you go and add a position, so that way you actually get a shape and not just a direct path from point A to point B. Or from your start to your finish. And then, yeah, the rest of this stuff you've already seen. So, here's all my code. And then up here is what I did as an example of what the trail render can do. I just had a for statement and had it go forward 0.01, or go 0.01 units forward, and then go left 1, and then do that 360 times, which mathematically will get us a circle. So I'll go ahead and I'll let y'all see the circle. Here's the circle, here's the turtle right back where it started, and here is the wondrous circle. There's still some improvement with this. I need to get animations down first because I have a feeling that some of the stuff that I was having trouble with the trail render might just be due to animations, such as the curve overall, or the width curve overall, or the color gradient. And then also whenever I tried to have it at some points the trail render not render and at other points it renders, it would just not work. I'd tell it to not emit and it would emit. So I have a feeling that might be an animation thing. I'll research that. That'll probably be my next video. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great week. Hey, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my video. I know me and the turtle would really love it if y'all did that. Yeah, if y'all have any ideas for names for the turtle, just put it in the comments. I've been doing these videos for class, and the class is over now that it's semester, so I make no promises about continuing to post, but as of right now, I think it might be fun. So there may or may not be more videos. I will continue working on this project, so might as well end up posting more videos. I may be maybe posted less frequently, but yeah, y'all have a great week, and please like and subscribe.